Now, when addressing the unbelievers, the kuffar, um, you have to use a sort of language that they would use. You have to speak their language. You have to use the Bible. And so the undeniable brought up that white Christians complain about black communities, and they said blacks were only 3/5 human, on and on, okay? Well, in Christianity, there's nothing against black people being an abomination. You know, you might confuse that with the Book of Mormon, but the Book of Mormon is Mormonism. They made their own book and they did their own thing, you know. But Christianity, going by the Bible, there's nothing against races. You know, you're not judged by your race, but homosexuality is a sin, and it's undeniable. In the comments, remember I told you the different angles they take. He took the angle of going after religion, going after Christianity itself. The other pastor took the angle of going after the scripture, twisting the scripture. See how there's different angles that they take? And he goes on to say that the Supreme Court is not going to tell anyone that they have to accept anything, but they do decide things such as, you know, is this a state issue or is this a federal issue? You know, and, you know, do the states have the right to make their own judgment on it, or is it going to be a federally mandated protocol for everybody? You know, so anyway, he goes on to say that Richard Nixon, you know, let me read what he said. You are so daft. Richard Nixon isn't exactly a good example to prove your point. There have many, obviously he meant to say there have many allegations of his closeted homosexuality and his close, in quotations, friendship with J. Edgar Hoover, who we all know was in fact not only gay, but a cross-dresser. Okay, so really, it doesn't matter if Nixon was gay or not. I personally don't believe he was gay. I think that what you're seeing here is gay people going after people who go after gay. They're making a point of going after people who go after gay by saying they're gay. They said the same thing about ISIS. If you look it up, there's claims that ISIS, you know, those gay ISIS officers, senior officers, who have sex with the new male recruits, which is completely ridiculous. How are these people to have sex with the new male recruits, but then throw homosexuals off buildings? You know, their allegations don't even make sense. And of course, I've made several videos telling you that I anticipate allegations about me. Before they even made allegations about ISIS, before they even made allegations about Nixon, I already understood how it works. I've already seen it. I was in San Francisco one day. Somebody who recognized me from my videos started going on and on about, you know, about closet homosexuals and that how Republicans are really closet homosexuals and things like this. He didn't quite say that I was, but I could tell his remarks were aimed at me. He was across the street walking with somebody else. I couldn't really make out what he looked like, you know. And so, you know, ironically, when I go to San Francisco, sometimes I am recognized, you know. I got homies in San Francisco. I'm not worried, but I got gangsters in San Francisco. It's like fags aren't going to run up on a bunch of gangsters. But at the same time, I did see ironically, I saw a fight, you know, in the Bay. It might have even been San Francisco between a gay crew and YG's crew. But still, you know, still for the, okay, well, for the most part, fags aren't going to run up on gangsters. So I ain't worried about it. And even if they do, shit, I'm the top martial artist in California. You know what it is, you know. And us, you know, what they call terrorists, you know, us fundamentalist Muslims, you know, tend to be better fighters. You look at the ISIS videos. There are many ISIS guys who do martial arts. Like, we're the martial artists, we're the fighters, we're the serious guys, we're the thoughtful, educated, intelligent, insightful guys. You know, you don't want to fuck with us, okay? So quit playing with it. don't even pretend like you're going to go that route, you know? But anyway, going back to this undeniable guy, you know, he goes on to say that, oh, you know, he was gay and kicking and getting a kick out of arguing with a good-looking man. He says, oh, you're not pretty, get over yourself. I've had countless homosexuals hit on me. I've honestly had more homosexuals than women hit on me. And definitely more homosexuals than attractive women hit on me. And in some of my past videos, I've complained about that. But I'm not going to dig up the video. I don't remember which one it was. It's neither here nor there. Okay. And he goes on to say, you know, the first thing he said actually was, you talk about stupidity, look in the mirror, moron. You sound like a lunatic because you are a lunatic. See how they're using exactly what I said they're going to use. They're using the in the closet homosexual approach. You know, they're probably going to come out with videos making me look gay, you know, just like you saw with the people who went after the rapper The Game. They came out with videos where he's got a dick in his mouth and, you know, pictures of him bending over like, photoshopped. And basically, as technology gets better, as software improves, you're going to see more realistic looking photoshopping. So obviously, I'm almost positive they're going to take that route with me in the future. They're going to Photoshop pictures, Photoshop videos. And it's really as my videos get out. And everything that they have on me, all the dirt they can dig up, any friend that might sell out and make up stories about me is going to come out in the future when my videos start getting a lot of views. Because as you start getting influence, they're like, we got to do something about this guy. In my case, they're so used to discrediting the political opposition and so used to lying about them that they look for the up-and-coming political opposition. Just like, before an election, they say, okay, these are the people who are likely to win. Hillary Clinton, Jeb Bush, Mitt Romney, Rand Paul, Ben Carson, etc., etc. So they see who's up-and-coming, who the up-and-coming influential people in politics are, be they presidents or just activists or news anchors, etc., etc. People with their internet shows like the Young Turks, which claims to be the largest YouTube show on politics that there is. If you go to the TYT, the Young Turks website. Anyway, he goes on to say he's a former pastor with over a decade and a half of formal and independent studies in theology, apologetics, Christian and biblical history, blah, blah, blah. How come I completely destroyed you to the rational mind? I'm someone converting to Islam. I put my Bible down. I only pick it up in the way that Ahmed Deedat does, the famous Muslim debater who used to crush the Christians. He used to just clown. It wasn't just because he had a mostly Muslim audience. He was literally clowning, crushing the Christians. I've seen him debate this evangelical guy. I forgot his name. He's some gay-looking guy. I'll put it in the comments or something. And Anish Soresh, he debated a Palestinian Christian who supposedly was from the same village as Jesus or something like that. He crushed all these guys. These guys who've been Christians and outspoken Christians for like 20 years. And he crushed them in debate. He just slaughtered them. That was one of the first times when I started turning toward Islam. I'm like, wait a second. Muslims should not be able to crush Christians in a debate like that. They shouldn't just be able to blow them out of the water. Like, I was just shocked. I was like, wow. So how can I honestly be a Christian after what I've just witnessed? He's using the Christians' own Bible to prove them wrong about the Trinity, just destroying them, And at the same time, he's showing why Islam is superior, and his arguments make so much sense. They're so logical, and they touched my spirit that I was just, wow. What can I say? Can I say? But this guy is right. Anyway, I want to end this soon. I don't want to make it the full 10 minutes. I'd like to thank, the righteous, the soldier of the most merciful one, and Ismail ibn Ibrahim al-Rumi, for their positive comments, for seeing the truth, and for expressing their points of view. Again, ironically, this proves my point. Going back to the ISIS is more righteous than America. I actually changed it from Americans to America, I believe, but both is true. They showed that in the comments. Got these fags twisting the Bible and going after the Bible in the comments, and you got Muslims who are just making a superior argument in the Bible. Sharing their experiences. Like, you got people, the ISIS people who respect ISIS. They're probably not members of ISIS. I doubt that. But the people that respect ISIS, is the way I respect ISIS. They're presenting a superior argument, a superior point of view, and you have a bunch of gay sympathizers, Americans, presenting an inferior point of view. I mean, there's countless proofs that I'm right about that series and everything else. Thank you.